Good morning, class. Day before yesterday and yesterday we have discussed the chapter number 1, the living world basics we have discussed. Today we are going to start our new topic, that is taxonomy and the classification. How we classify the various organisms. First of all, you should know what is biodiversity. Biodiversity is a diverse form of organisms present on the earth. It means different types of flora and fauna that are present on the earth is included in biodiversity. There is a term that is mentioned, nomenclature. Nomenclature means it is a system of naming the organism, because there are millions of plants and animals that are present on the earth and we have to name them accordingly. So few plants and animals are known in the local area by their local names. Few are named according to the place and the region where they are found. Few are named according to different languages. So there was no uniform system of classification. So further scientists develop a uniform system of classification. So look at this. First of all, we should identify the process. What is identification? We should identify various organisms and their history that is related to them. And there are two codes, that is International Code for Botanical Nomenclature and International Code for Zoological Nomenclature. These both are related to the naming of the plants and the animal. Botanical for the plants and zoological for the animals. Okay. Our first scientist, that was Carlos Linnaeus, was the first one who invented a binomial nomenclature. What is binomial nomenclature? Means giving two names, meaning a name contains of two components, that is a generic name and the species name. This system was developed by Carlos Linnaeus, and this system is still followed by us or by our scientists till date. Okay. Now look at another clip. This clip mention about the rules of nomenclature, that the biological name should be written in Latin letters and it should have an italic font. And the scientific name usually contains of two parts, the genus and the second word is the species. Genus first letter starts, genus name starts with a capital letter, while species name starts with a small letter. Here is an example, that is Mangifera indica. Mangifera is genus, indica is the species. You can see genus first name is mentioned with capital letter, indica first name is mentioned with a small letter. Okay. Now what is classification? It is a process of grouping of organism. What is taxon? The scientific term for any unit used in the science of biological classification is called taxon. What is taxonomy? Is a science of dealing groups of biological organisms on the basis of the shared characteristics. And Carlos Linnaeus is known as the father of the taxonomy. Process of taxonomy is characterization, identification, classification and the nomenclature. Okay. Now what is systematics? Systematics is derived from the Latin word system, which means systematic arrangement of organisms. Carlos Linnaeus mainly used Systema Naturae as a title of his publication, in which he mentioned about the genus and the species, and systematic the study of diversification of living forms. Now what are the taxonomic categories? Where there are different taxonomic categories and each level is in the hierarchy represents an increase in the organism complexity. Here is an example of it. You can see from down, first of all there is species, then genus, then family, then order, then class, then phylum, then a kingdom. Mainly there are 5 kingdoms. There are various types of phylum, various types of class, and as soon as we go up the ladder, the complexity of the organism, or you can say the complexity of naming of the organisms, increases. First of all, you should know what is a species. They are the group of individuals which can interbreed among themselves. Now what are genus? Genus are a group of closely related species is called genus. Family, a group of closely related genera is called family. Order, a group of closely related families is called order. Class, mainly one or more related orders that possess certain correlated characters. Phylum, a group of related classes is called phylum. And lastly, your kingdom, mainly there are 2 main kingdoms, the plant kingdom and animal kingdom. Here are the few of the examples with taxonomic categories. You can pause the videos and you can go through these examples quite properly. All the things are mentioned in your book. As the time is short, I can't explain each and every example. So please pause the video and please read all the points mentioned in the video. Thank you.